The workplace is undergoing a seismic shift. Forget the slow, predictable evolution of the past. We're talking about a rapid transformation fueled by technology, shifting societal values, and a fundamental rethinking of what work means. And at the heart of it all is workplace culture. It's no longer a fluffy HR buzzword, it's the bedrock upon which successful, sustainable organizations are built. In my view, understanding and proactively shaping your workplace culture for 2026 isn't just smart, it's essential for survival. Why workplace culture matters more than ever. Why this heightened emphasis on something that might have seemed secondary just a few years ago. Because employees, especially those entering the workforce now, are demanding more than just a paycheck. They want purpose, connection, and a sense of belonging. They're acutely aware of their mental health and are seeking environments that prioritize their well-being. Furthermore, the rise of remote and hybrid work models means that the traditional physical cues of culture are diminished, making conscious cultivation even more crucial. A strong, positive culture acts as the glue that holds a dispersed team together, fostering collaboration and innovation even when people aren't physically in the same room. Setting the context for 2026. We're not just talking about incremental changes here. Consider the acceleration of AI integration in workplaces, the increasing global focus on diversity and inclusion, and the permanent shift towards hybrid work environments. These aren't isolated trends. They're interconnected forces reshaping the very fabric of our professional lives. To prepare for 2026, we need to understand these forces and anticipate their impact on employee engagement, productivity, and overall organizational health. This requires a proactive approach, one that not only acknowledges these changes but actively embraces and adapts to them. It's about building workplaces where employees feel valued, supported, and empowered to thrive, regardless of where or how they work. Key trends shaping workplace culture in 2026. Let's dive into the key trends that I believe are most significantly shaping workplace culture in 2026. These are the areas where businesses need to focus their attention and resources if they want to attract and retain top talent and stay ahead of the curve. The rise of hybrid work models. The genie is out of the bottle. Hybrid work is no longer a temporary fix, it's a permanent fixture. And while the flexibility it offers is a major draw for employees, it also presents significant challenges for maintaining a cohesive workplace culture. The casual water cooler conversations, spontaneous brainstorming sessions, and informal mentoring opportunities that were once hallmarks of in-office work are now much harder to replicate. To make hybrid work successful, companies need to be intentional about creating opportunities for connection and collaboration, both online and offline. This might involve investing in better communication tools, organizing regular in-person team meetings, or creating virtual social events. It's also crucial to ensure that remote employees have equal access to resources and opportunities as their in-office counterparts. For instance, are promotions and raises awarded equitably regardless of work location? Is remote tech support as robust as in-office support? Failure to address these inequities can lead to resentment and a fractured culture. Emphasis on employee well-being and mental health. The conversation around mental health in the workplace has exploded, and for good reason. Burnout is rampant, stress levels are high, and employees are increasingly demanding that their employers take their well-being seriously. This isn't just a matter of altruism, it's a matter of business. Studies consistently show that employees who feel supported and valued are more productive, engaged, and less likely to leave their jobs. Companies that prioritize employee well-being are investing in programs and resources that promote mental and physical health, such as employee assistance programs, EAPs, mindfulness training, flexible work arrangements, and generous time-off policies. But it's not just about offering these benefits, it's about creating a culture where employees feel comfortable using them. Leaders need to model healthy behaviors, such as taking breaks and setting boundaries, and they need to create a safe space for employees to talk about their struggles without fear of judgment or reprisal. The role of diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion are no longer just buzzwords, they're business imperatives. A diverse workforce brings a wider range of perspectives, experiences, and ideas to the table, which can lead to more innovation and better decision-making. But diversity alone isn't enough. Companies need to create an inclusive environment where everyone feels valued, respected, and empowered to contribute their best work. This requires a multifaceted approach that includes things like implementing equitable hiring practices, providing diversity and inclusion training, and creating employee resource groups, ERGs. It also requires addressing systemic biases and inequalities that may exist within the organization. This can be uncomfortable work, but it's essential for creating a truly inclusive culture. Beyond the ethical imperative, companies with strong DEI initiatives are more likely to attract and retain top talent, improve employee engagement, and enhance their reputation. Now, some might argue that focusing on DEI is somehow detrimental to productivity, or that it's just a way for companies to virtue signal. I strongly disagree. Creating a workplace where everyone feels welcome and respected is not only the right thing to do, it's also the smart thing to do. Challenges and opportunities in merging AI with workplace culture artificial intelligence is rapidly infiltrating every aspect of our lives, and the workplace is no exception. While AI offers enormous potential for boosting productivity and efficiency, it also poses significant challenges for workplace culture. The key is to harness the power of AI without sacrificing the human connection and creativity that are essential for a thriving workplace. Harnessing AI for enhanced productivity. Without compromising culture, AI can automate repetitive tasks, analyze data to identify trends, and provide personalized learning experiences. However, it's crucial to ensure that these technologies are used in a way that enhances rather than replaces human skills. For example, AI can be used to screen resumes, but the final hiring decision should always be made by a human. AI can also be used to provide employees with personalized feedback, but it should never be used to micromanage or control their behavior. The goal should be to use AI to free up employees to focus on higher-level tasks that require creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence. This can lead to increased job satisfaction and a more engaged workforce. Balancing automation with human-centric workplaces. One of the biggest concerns about AI is that it will lead to job losses and increased automation. While it's true that some jobs will be displaced by AI, it's also likely that new jobs will be created. The key is to prepare the workforce for these changes by providing employees with the training and skills they need to succeed in an AI-driven world. This might involve teaching employees how to work alongside AI systems, how to analyze data, or how to develop new AI applications. It's also important to emphasize the importance of human skills, such as communication, collaboration, and problem-solving, which are difficult for AI to replicate. Furthermore, workplaces need to adapt their physical design to encourage human interaction, even with increased reliance on AI. Creating spaces for collaboration, spontaneous meetings, and social interaction becomes crucial in maintaining a human-centric workplace. Preparing the workforce for AI integration. The integration of AI requires a proactive approach to workforce development. Companies need to invest in training programs that equip employees with the skills they need to work alongside AI systems. This includes not only technical skills, but also soft skills, such as critical thinking, problem-solving, and communication. Furthermore, companies should foster a culture of continuous learning, where employees are encouraged to stay up to date on the latest AI developments. This can be achieved through online courses, workshops, and mentorship programs. By empowering employees to embrace AI, companies can mitigate the fear of job displacement and create a more engaged and adaptable workforce. Some will say that this focus on human-centric workplaces in the age of AI is naive or unrealistic. I argue that it's precisely the opposite. In a world where machines can do many of the tasks that humans used to do, the ability to think critically, solve problems creatively, and connect with others emotionally will become even more valuable. Case studies, success stories, and learning points theory is great, but let's look at some real-world examples of companies that are successfully navigating these trends. These case studies offer valuable insights and lessons that can be applied to any organization. Successful DEI initiatives in action. One example is Tech Forward Inc. They implemented a blind resume screening process to reduce bias in their hiring practices. They also created employee resource groups, ERGs, for underrepresented groups, such as women in tech and LGBTQ+ employees. These ERGs provide a safe space for employees to connect with each other, share their experiences, and advocate for change. As a result, Tech Forward Inc. has seen a significant increase in the representation of women and minorities in their workforce, as well as a boost in employee engagement. The key takeaway here is that DEI initiatives need to be data-driven and tailored to the specific needs of the organization. It's not enough to simply implement a generic DEI program. You need to understand the unique challenges and opportunities that exist within your company and design your initiatives accordingly. Implementing hybrid work models, consider Global Solutions Corp., which adopted a hybrid work model that allows employees to work remotely up to 3 days a week. To ensure that remote employees feel connected and engaged, they invested in collaboration tools and created regular opportunities for virtual team meetings. They also implemented a buddy system that pairs remote employees with in-office employees to provide support and mentorship. What Global Solutions Corp. did exceptionally well was proactively address the potential downsides of hybrid work. They didn't just assume that it would work on its own. They actively created systems and processes to support remote employees and maintain a strong sense of community. AI innovations that enhanced employee engagement fintech. Innovators implemented an AI-powered learning platform that provides employees with personalized training and development opportunities. The platform uses machine learning to identify skills gaps and recommend relevant courses and resources. As a result, employees are more engaged in their learning and development, and they're more likely to acquire the skills they need to succeed in their roles. The lesson here is that AI can be a powerful tool for employee development, but it's important to use it in a way that is personalized and relevant to the individual employee. A one-size-fits-all approach is unlikely to be effective. These examples highlight the importance of proactive planning, thoughtful implementation, and continuous evaluation. There is no one-size-fits-all solution, but by learning from the successes and failures of others, organizations can increase their chances of success. Let's say this again. The future of workplace culture is dynamic, complex, and full of both challenges and opportunities. The trends we've discussed, the rise of hybrid work models, the emphasis on employee well-being, the importance of diversity and inclusion, and the integration of AI are reshaping the very fabric of our professional lives. To me, the key takeaway is that companies need to be intentional about creating a culture that is both human-centric and technologically advanced. This requires a proactive approach that includes things like investing in employee well-being, implementing equitable hiring practices, and providing employees with the training and skills they need to succeed in an AI-driven world. Ultimately, the success of any organization will depend on its ability to adapt to these changes and create a workplace where employees feel valued, supported, and empowered to thrive. The future of workplace culture. Looking ahead, I believe we'll see even greater emphasis on personalization, flexibility, and purpose. Employees will expect their workplaces to cater to their individual needs and preferences, and they'll be more likely to choose companies that align with their values. We'll also see a blurring of the lines between work and life, as technology makes it easier to work from anywhere at any time. This will require companies to be even more intentional about creating boundaries and promoting work-life balance. Finally, I believe that purpose will become an increasingly important factor in employee engagement. Employees will want to work for companies that are making a positive impact on the world, and they'll be more likely to stay with those companies for the long term. Steps for fostering a progressive work environment. So, what can businesses and employees do to align with these future workplace trends? Here are a few actionable steps. Prioritize employee well-being. Invest in programs and resources that promote mental and physical health, and create a culture where employees feel comfortable using them. Embrace diversity and inclusion. Implement equitable hiring practices, provide diversity and inclusion training, and create employee resource groups. Prepare for AI integration. Invest in training programs that equip employees with the skills they need to work alongside AI systems. Foster a culture of continuous learning. Encourage employees to stay up to date on the latest developments in their fields. Be intentional about creating connections. Create opportunities for employees to connect with each other, both online and offline. Communicate clearly and transparently. Keep employees informed about what's going on in the company and be open to their feedback. Lead with empathy. Show your employees that you care about them as individuals and be willing to support them through difficult times. The journey to a progressive workplace is not a destination but a continuous process of adaptation and improvement. By embracing these steps, we can create work environments where everyone feels valued, supported, and empowered to thrive. If you're interested in learning more about how GMAC 10 can help you foster a healthier and more productive workplace, please feel free to visit our website. We're here to help you navigate these complex changes and build a workplace culture that will attract and retain top talent for years to come.